I've had so many people ask me how's Drew and Amanda? How's Drew and Amanda? Um, Especially here in Hinsdale, how's the Bedards doing? Um, several people have come to me and asked me how you guys were doing. And, it's I certainly don't say you guys are okay. I let people know that, you guys are going through a lot. I know
Physically, we're okay. That's the way that we've been
you
kind of
guys
putting.
are safe, is what I say. You
Yeah.
guys are safe, but you got a long road of recovery ahead of you. Um, you know, Even though you guys still have a place to live and you're safe and all that, you guys still have a really, really good reason to feel the way you do. Your community is destroyed. And you know, and you did lose everything in your storage, and and your future may look bleak right now as far as career wise, Drew. But I think you guys being together, and once you start seeing your community rebuilding itself, I know it's going to take patience to see that, and for that to happen. But I think when the community starts rebuilding itself, and you will find your place in that community for a career future. um I think you guys will be good. I mean, one positive I think in all this, and I know it's like funny, oh, you see a positive in this, Jane, because we don't. I get that. But I think this really gave you guys the opportunity to get to know your community,
Mm.
to get involved with your community, to fit in to your community. Um, because obviously it's a small southern town that has an enormous amount of history, where there's uh, just so much family history in there. I mean, those families have generation and generation and generation of family that grew up there.
Mhm.
Um, this really gives you guys an opportunity to get to know your community, and your community. This gives your community the opportunity to know how great you guys are, and get to know you guys. Um, so I mean that's a positive in my eyes.
Mhm.
Um, I know one thing that I keep hearing and seeing online is everybody in North Carolina don't want to be forgotten. And once Milton hit Florida, people are still going on from North Carolina and saying, our area is still devastated. We still need help. We still need resources. Please don't forget about us. And that's one thing I want people to know is, please don't forget about North Carolina. Don't forget about them. They're still struggling. It's still so hard. There's still people that don't have homes, and don't know what they're going to do in the next month or two, where they're going to live, um, road structures and school and businesses, and there's still so much unknown for their future. Um, Please don't forget about them. They still need help.
Well said. I second that.
Yeah. I miss you guys, and
We miss you too.
I wish, I wish there was more that I can do. Um,
Jane, you moved mountains to get us an airdrop before anybody knew that that was actually possible. People are I tell them the story and people are shocked. Who is she? How did she get that done? Did she know people at that organization? Did she
Knew
do this?
nobody.
Did she did that? Was she on the is she on the board? Did she? I'm like, no, you just don't know Jane. And you just don't
Uh,
know how much
just
she loves us.
a little New Hampshire girl living in small town Hinsdale, doing a little podcast. I'm I had some more questions for you guys because again, I'm hearing all this stuff for the first time
Yeah.
of what is going on down there. I mean, I see pictures and I see posts and videos, and there's thousands of TikToks of
Mhm.
Black Mountain and Shenandoah in that area. Um, but uh, I guess I really needed to hear from you guys
Yeah.
what you went through
Mhm.
and what you're going through and what is really happening down there. And I think that's really important for others to hear too.
Yeah.
Um, you know, we it's so hard.
Yeah.
I look at you too, and I know how strong that you both are, but yet it's like you guys have endured way more than anybody else should. And you guys don't deserve all this.
Mm.
You certainly don't because you're such good people. Um, but you're strong. And
Mhm.
I think with the help of community and the
Mhm.
help of family,
Mhm.
let's not forget about family.
Yeah.
And, I think we always say there's a reason for everything. And
Mm.
I'm going to freaking be honest with you. I was screaming at my ceiling and saying, "What is the freaking reason for this? What is the freaking reason for them having to go through this?" And I'm going to be honest, I still don't fully understand
Yeah.
uh, what the reason is.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess we will see.
I guess we will see. We won't. I know that and of course at the timing with everything still being so real and so raw and so recent, I've heard from a bit of my metaphysical community back up in New Hampshire that you can't deny the timing of when we got down here, and we must have needed to have been down here for a reason. Um, and while personally, there, I'm not gonna lie, personally, that hurts a bit to know that, but with the believing that everything does happen for a reason, they're they're you know maybe we were supposed to be. I mean, we're only a our small little 3-person household. We're only 3 people, including Aubriana, but we each have our own set of skills and morals, and maybe we are supposed to be part of the rebuild of this community because this is where we're supposed to be. So, one of my psychic friends told me that he saw it as a phoenix rising situation specifically for me. Um, and that made me think. That made me think a lot. And again, of course, initially hearing that, that was a little bit of a, but now I, I think I might actually understand what he's saying. Um, Maybe it is. I can tell you that being an empath and being a psychic medium and a Reiki master and certified in trauma and, um, having the type of personality that I have, with the type of abilities that I have, this has, I thought I had already been through some of the most trying moments in my life. The, the toll that this has taken mentally, personally for me has been significant.
Mm.
I'm changed.
Yeah, I
I've
see that.
I've completely changed. And that's okay. But I never thought that I would be I never thought that I would go through a situation like this. And there were moments, especially early on, where I didn't actually think we were going to survive when we kept on hearing about the updates and we kept on seeing about how like massive everything was. I didn't know if we were going to survive. And that was just me thinking logically. So I suppose we're here for a reason to understand how strong we are, maybe. I don't know. Maybe understand
I
how we
think you
can help
guys have
people.
already been tested on that
This
a
is
few
true.
times, a
This is
few
true.
frickin' times.
This is true. You are right.
I know it confirmed to me how much I truly, truly love and care for you guys so much,
Mhm.
and how important you are in my life.
Hey,
Definitely.
same here.
Same here. Yeah. We love you so much.
I was going to say the little bit of bright work that we have been doing over the last couple of years has been the advocacy work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is in there and going, there's one thing that we've done that there's been positive that's come out of it, at least in our lives the last couple of years, and that being the advocacy work. So just kind of, once I was in there thinking about that, it's like, let's take that mindset down here.
Mhm.
Let's continue to advocate for those that are affected by this. Let's make sure that they're not forgotten. Um, let's do whatever we can to help out. It might not help out our situations personally, but if it helps out somebody else's situation, then all you can do is to take the positive from that. That's
Yeah.
kind of like the mindset that at least I'm at right now, going, I've already lost everything. Don't have any money. Gotta be, all this shit. And going, but fuck it. If I can just help out another business owner, help them get back on their feet so their family can survive and thrive, it's the least I can do right now.
I honestly don't think that there's people within the community that will forget that either.
Yeah.
That's with the specific type of work that I'm doing and the relationships that I'm building.
Yeah.
That they they're so thankful for the support in ways that they didn't even know that they needed. Um, I think that supporting them, I don't think that they would not support us here in the future too. I truly believe
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I do too. I mean, Black Mountain. Uh, I'm truly thankful that you guys are in Black Mountain
Mhm.
because the other communities around you are not doing as much for their people as Black Mountain is doing for their residents.
Mhm.
Um, truly an amazing community. Um, Black Mountain Strong is what they call them. You guys call each other.
Yeah.
Um, Black Mountain Strong, and that's definitely what you guys are. And I really am thankful that you guys are in that community right there.
Yeah.
Um, you know, seeing that you had to be down there anyways. Um, you guys could not have been in a better community with better people. I mean, they truly have the best of their community where they need them to be in the administration part
Mhm.
of Black Mountain.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
really,
I
really
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And so much so that I've personally been able to see because of that quick organization, and because of those, like minds and stuff like that, we've from the specifically the Black Mountain community, how it was organized around us, we've specifically sent out teams into the other towns. Um,
oh,
so, yep. Um,
wow.
so I know, I just personally know for a fact that the Swananoa and then the Burnsville medical clinics came from the coming together of the initial meeting at Black Mountain and them sending out the teams of people that made sense to establish out there too, because we had so many volunteers come together at that first volunteer meeting for the medical before we knew it was going to be, sort of like medical and then like mental health, divided up like that. There were 80 people.
Wow.
80.
Wow.
Yeah. And in our
I
mental
know.
health side, there was, I believe that I counted 38 mental health professionals
Wow.
that came together. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I know one thing I noticed about it was that Black Mountain didn't wait for help to come in. They assessed very quickly what they needed for resources.
Mm-hmm.
They assessed very quickly what they needed to do for opening up roads and infrastructure and um, rescuing and when they needed something, they found it. They looked for it, they found it. Um, when they needed this, they immediately went forward and found, what they needed. They didn't wait for resources to come in. They went after the resources.
Yes.
And that was very, very impressive to me. Very, very impressive. They got their water system together before Asheville.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was, and you guys have just been waiting for Asheville to get the water system together, so you guys got water because that's where it comes out of. So yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Black Mountain, and I'm so grateful you guys are there because I don't think you guys would be able to be talking to me the way you are today if you were in another community that just didn't have it together. I really don't.
Yeah.
But so, what do you guys need personally? Personally, what do you need? Not the community. What do you need? Let's tell people what you need.
Say that's really hard for me to think of or for me to say.
Well, what we'll do. This is what I want us to do. For one, we're going to be closing up here pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go volunteer.
I want you to post. Amanda's going to post a lot of pictures online around Black Mountain and the airdrop. Are you still there?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. The airdrop. Going to post that on Facebook on Invisible Tears page when you get a chance.
Yep.
When you guys can think of what you need, we'll also do a separate page of what you need and see if we can get some stuff down to you. Where I was advised to not start a GoFundMe page because they've been hacked. People have been really attacking the GoFundMe pages, especially if they have anything to do with any of the towns in North Carolina that have been devastated. So I'm going to figure out something to do, some kind of fundraiser or something. So if people want to listen and just keep listening to us, we'll update you more on that. I'll figure something out. I'll go into Jane mode again.
Jane into Jane mode. Oh, Jane, I actually just thought of something. You actually just inspired something. And it's not something that's like tangible though. So as you were just saying how I'll post the videos of the operation airdrop. And I have actually started on my, so not on Invisible Tears, although I can share it on Invisible Tears. But if any of you guys that are actually following Invisible Tears, if you all could actually go in and actually follow me on TikTok under my business too, it's at Guided Boss. I've started posting a lot of really sort of raw videos and just sort of breaking things down. Like the misinformation and the non-fact was starting to get to me, and so I've started posting that, started picking up a little bit of traction. But the main reason why I want you guys to go in and actually follow that too is because my business, my virtual business, is attached to it, which I can hopefully start doing again. I've talked about it before. I'm a practitioner. I want to work. I want to help. I was put on this earth to help and heal people. Uh, that has a new meaning now. So if you guys can go on and sort of like follow that, and if you need anything, if you need any sort of services, or I'm hoping that I'll be able to get my products up and going too. You can buy all natural products from me. That would be fantastic. My stand store is right on my TikTok, so that's why I'm directing you guys there, and I can throw it in the comments of the episode description too. But that would be
Yeah,
so much
absolutely.
appreciated. Like just we, like Drew was saying, we want to work and we want to do what we can. So support that way would be huge.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. Anything else we want to add right now?
Ooh, I do want to give a special shout out. So there is a local bar music venue in Black Mountain called Silverados. They opened up as soon as they could to become a depot for a lot of supplies for pickups and everything like that. And Oliver Anthony spent about 4 days helping out and actually put on a concert free of charge for the locals.
Mhm.
It was unannounced, so we didn't even know about it till after
So
it
we couldn't
happened,
even
and I'm kind
go.
of pissed
Oh,
off.
It's 6 miles from our
oh,
house and we couldn't even go. Like we didn't
oh.
even know about it.
But
But
little stuff like that. Once again, we weren't able to go to it, but I think what was it? Eric Church, a bunch of country
Oh,
artists,
yeah.
James
Luke
Taylor,
Combs.
Luke Combs.
mm,
They put on a
Yep.
benefit concert out in Charlotte,
Hmm.
um, to help out the affected area. I'll be talking to a local business either today or tomorrow to try to set up to see if we can do a live podcast taping in Black Mountain come the
yeah.
second week in November when Jane comes down to visit.
Yep.
Um, with once again, hopefully we'll maybe sell some tickets for really cheap with all the benefits going towards the local community.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but it's one of those with our show revolving around mental health, not only just true crime, but mental health, PTSD, and trauma. I think it'll be important to also help those around the area that are affected. So we might be having some locals on that dealt with a lot of this shit to kind
Yeah.
of tell their story because we want to give them the chance to speak their mind, as
Mhm.
we do for any of the true crime victims that we interview.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
definitely be setting up that. We do have other interviews lined up,
Now we can get
with
back
both
to them.
that we're going to get back to them now, within the true crime realm, and there's also other podcasts that are in the mental health realm. So please bear with us and be a little bit patient. This kind of put us a little bit of a delay to the start of our next season. Message out there as soon as possible. But we're going to get back into recording here this upcoming week or so, to get some stuff banked up, get them edited, and
Yep.
get it out there for the listeners.
Yeah.
So that's in the works.
So we
Please
can
be
launch
patient.
season 5.
We do apologize for the
Yeah.
long delay in between the seasons.
Yeah.
Amanda and I,
My bad.
we found out middle of the summer that we had to sell our house. We had to get it on the market as soon as possible. And
Mhm.
it was going through hell and high water to do that, just to come down here into hell and high water.
Into hell and
So,
high water. Ah.
Oh, true.
Ah,
That was priceless.
that was. Yep.
so just thank you to everybody that's been supporting us, even those that don't listen to us that have been doing the great work in the area. Um, the sense of community has been something that I wasn't expecting to happen. especially coming from the north, you kind of feel like I don't know how the communities would have responded up north if this sort of storm hit. I don't know how close knit it would have been to be completely honest.
Yeah.
That's been kind of eye opening for me. I would have hoped that everybody would come together, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I just say that because I'm a northerner. We're assholes.
Assholes because we got 6 months winter out there.
Exactly. Miserable fucks.
Well, I can honestly say I'm eternally grateful that you guys are safe. Um, you're with your family, and your family is safe, all of them. Your mother's gonna be watching this.
Like,
And yeah, I'm glad I got to do this with you guys.
we are
I'm
too.
grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So are we.
So stay tuned. We'll be doing lots of updates on Invisible Tears Facebook page.
Mhm.
Please be sure to follow, and don't forget to subscribe. Push that little button. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Have a good one.